you can find leads in 3 steps, right? Now, there is a lot of research tools. So if you start here, then start here, well, you're going to be out of 3 steps and you're going to get lost. But for instance, it's broken down in the calendar view, where if you wanted to select the date, you can see the alerts. Then all within each of these pages, you have very detailed filtering you can do. It's just whatever UI you're more comfortable with. And that was the goal of the system, where you can go all the way from just a regular database of homeowners, and you can filter by storm type and like that, if this is how some people are more comfortable. Like, the whole upgrade that we did was changing up how people can specifically find the leads. This is the traditional way. If you want to filter by storms, if you want to filter by hail, this, that, the other, this is one entire way you can do it. But there are 7 other ways you can do it. You can look up by an address. So let's say you live within a specific area. Let's say I live in 11510. And if I didn't want to go through storms, I just knew there was a storm here and I didn't want to spend any time whatsoever doing any detailed searches. For instance, let's say I have a job in this town, right? Some people just want to log in and like, all right, get me all the people in the area because I'm already going here. I don't care. Just like that, there's 8,000 people. If someone wanted to find it that way, personally, I would do less, something like that. So half a mile. And if we had another use case of a customer, they wanted the address specifically. If you type in the address of a building, it'll give you all the residents inside of the building. Basically, they were doing interior design for painting, and they wanted to just specifically have people in that specific building with the same apartments. And you can look at it by address based on radius as a new pathway. So if you don't want to look it up by storm, but maybe you want I'm just in one state, let's say I'm in Florida, I'd be able to click on Florida and then see all the different measurements and storms that happened. And whatever we have on the page, you can save up to 50,000 addresses at once. These things you see in the middle of the ocean are typically going to be small craft advisories, just wave height. So if you're boating or fishing or something like that. In some instances, that's not the best viewpoint because you can't really do additional filtering here. But if you wanted to find things based on measurement, you wouldn't find many in this pipeline because a lot of these alerts are for waves. So this filter pathway probably wouldn't be the best way in forward. But there's another route. If you go over the Geographic, it shows us by county, and it also breaks down where the actual measurements were. So in Palm Beach County in the last 7 days, or in the last 30 days, counted 1,400 measurements from all the alerts. So, and we can see, okay, very quickly, if we're in Miami, well, real quick, we can see, all right, well, the 3-inch hail was reported in Miami within the last month. And if you wanted to pull the leads for this, you just click leads, generate leads. So within that small little area of where that hail was found, there was 214 addresses. And how do we know there was 214 addresses? It's really happening, right? So let's say the radar is occurring. It's real, it's live. We know for a fact certain things happen. Most of the time, hail is not typically life-threatening, but hail is fantastic for. And because it's not particularly life-threatening, you don't get these polygons you see here. These are generated by the Weather Channel, not the Weather Channel, but NOAA. And you can see this polygon's really freaking big. So it's including a lot of areas we don't care about. For instance, this whole area, you would get all addresses in this area by accident because before the storm happened, for instance, we knew for a fact that this area had a chance of being hit. So these polygons are created prior to this actually happening. So part 2 of what the system does is it looks for anyone that was in an intensity layer of 8 or higher. So 8 or higher would be this red section, and you have the ability to customize a little bit more to go to 9 and to 10. And 10 would be the white spots. Now, the backend system automatically captures and creates its own polygon in these areas. So you can do one of 2 things. You can draw the area here if you choose to, because it's fun and Now you can prove to yourself why it is and not just depend on an AI system to tell you what it is. If that's how you rock, you can create multiple polygons. All these polygons you can create separate sections on. I'm going to be a little sloppy just for time. And then you can click find addresses. And this was in the desert. So there were no addresses in those really, really teeny areas. So if you want to change states, you see that you can just filter the state right here on the top right corner. I just filtered out Florida, and now we don't have anything in Texas. Took all the pictures in Florida. So Florida's been being decimated the last few weeks. Let's say we go 30 days back and we load up the 500 pictures. This is what the map of Florida looks like from hail and storms and all that. Now we'll go back and draw this little polygon for ourselves. So zone, find addresses. I did a really big area. So it'll find only up to 10,000 per polygon at a time right now. So I drew a big one. It found 10,000. Now these addresses, when you hit capture, get stored in a drive for you. So whenever you pick the leads you want, they end up in address management as a step one. Now, any of these leads within here aren't actually leads yet. You didn't use any credits to get here. You just transfer them here because what you might want to do next is filter the square footage of the home. For instance, you might want to filter the square footage of the lot, the year built, for example. And once you do that filtering, then you can select what it is that you want from the list. Click enrich with avocaData. These are the leads we just added. It then unlocks the information. It works in the back end to start finding the information here. You get the size of the roof, some other estimates. We do and are finding a lot of permit information on different properties. It's not mapped currently to the lead, but we are adding about 200,000 new permits daily. California is big. Some states aren't there just because they're difficult to get, but all of this is available.